Hello children, welcome back to my talks, and let us start the 6th chapter from Flamingo, that is Poets and Pancakes, okay, by Ashoka Mittal. So we begin with the chapter, and this chapter, actually the setup of this particular story, this is from 1940s, okay, and for almost around 30 years, okay. So the situation is Gemini Studios, okay, of Madras, Chennai, and this was one of the India's important, one of the pioneering, the first film producing organizations in India, okay, very influential, and founded by the talented and brilliant Mr. S.S. Vasan, V.A.S.A.N. Okay, and he had a staff of over 600 people and made movies, okay, for Tamil Nadu, that southern portion, you can say, for southern Indian states. Okay. Now pancake, what is pancake? As the name suggests, this is a makeup material used by Gemini Studios. Okay, and Sahitya Academy Award winning Tamil writer Ashoka Mittal. So he has received quite much awards also for the Gemini Studios, okay, from 1952 to 1966. And later he recorded one of his books, okay, his memories in one of the books, that is My Year with the Boss. So this particular chapter, an excerpt from it is taken from My Year with the Boss. So this has been taken from there, which is written by Ashoka Mittal. So finally what? So through this writer, Ashoka Mittal brings up a lot of topics, okay, related to film industry in particular and in general, and provides the reader a view, a glimpse, okay, of independent India in its infancy, when it was born and when it was growing up. Got it? So he tells us about the manner in which the legal advisors, okay, they used to ruin the careers of talented actresses and all, okay, unwittingly, unknowingly, this used to. And this communist party's communism, okay, also finds a place in this Ashoka Mittal movies, okay. And at that time, the educated folk, the educated people, those who were there, okay, they used to take pride, they used to feel honored, okay, if they supported this communalism. Okay, and Gemini Studios also was no exception. Okay, it had reached to Gemini Studios also, and this is going to be mentioned in the chapter. Now let's talk about the main characters. Ashoka Mittal, he was one. He is the author and the narrator, you can say, and an employee of Gemini Studio. He used to cut newspaper clippings, okay, clippings from the newspapers, and paste it to maintain a file. Okay, whatever the movies would be released and all, it used to be printed in the newspaper. He used to cut that and make it a file of it. Okay, and the other staff people, they used to look down at his job, means a small job. So like that. Okay, and they all considered themselves to be very superior. Then the next person in the character, office boy. Okay, now he was not actually a boy, he was a grown-up man, okay, of about 40 years old. And he was in charge of the crowd, okay, the crowd makeup and all that. The people in the movies, you see, no, there is a crowd also who watches any event or whatever it goes on. So they also have, they are also needed to apply some makeup on their faces. So he was the person related with it. And his job was really easy, but he considered himself to be a very skilled artist. Okay, so he also wanted to be a star actor at one particular time, okay, or a top screen writer, okay, but he blames Subbu. Now Subbu for his failure. Subbu is another character. Now let's talk about Subbu. Now this Subbu was number 2, at number 2, not number 1, the head ke niche, number 2 at Gemini Studios. Okay, so though he definitely came from a very not a very privileged background, okay, but he was a Brahmin by birth, okay, and he had given a better exposure than the office boy. Like he was exposed, he got a very good exposure in Gemini Studios, okay, and he always used to be happy whatever be the situation, okay, and a very loyal person, loyal to Vasan. So Vasan, the principal of Gemini Studios, Vasan was the head. So extremely creative. Subbu was creative, directed all his talents to his principal's advantage. Okay, so whatever his talent was, he used to show it to, he used to offer it to the studios. So he was a brilliant actor. He was content. He was satisfied playing the secondary roles, even not as an actor, and usually performed many times better than the main actors, the lead actors. Okay, and Subbu gave direction and definition to Gemini Studio. Subbu was the head. During its golden years, Subbu was an extremely talented poet as well. So he was a very good poet also at one particular time. So capable of writing poetries, complex poetries, okay, and he used to write in very simple language. Tamil verse to enlighten, and normally in Tamil, so that the common people over there of the state also could understand. Okay, generous, very generous to the core. Okay, and Subbu's house was a permanent residence for dozens of near and distant relations. Anybody who knew Subbu, Subbu's doors were always open for one and all to come and live over there. Okay, so he used to give them free food and support them without any thought. Okay, and but still, you know, good people also have enemies. So he also had enemies. And the next one is legal advisor. Okay, so the story department, like Subbu, the story department of Gemini Studios also had a lawyer. Okay, and he was also known as a legal advisor. So he always had opposite reasons. Okay, and after that we come to Stephen Spender. He is the next character, and he is an English poet, editor, and one-time communist. Okay, who comes to Gemini Studios and gives a speech. Okay, his lecture was, as I told you earlier, communism. Okay, and on one side, and about his struggles to establish. So one side he talks about communism, and the other side he talks about his struggles. Okay, to establish himself as a poet. Okay, and the complete content of the poet, everybody used to be surprised, bewildered. Actually, what does he mean to speak? Okay, because both the sides used to talk. And the reason for his visit remain an unexplained mystery. He comes over there, he talks about both the points, about his struggles as well as about communism, and people are unable to understand actually why has he come to Gemini Studios. Okay, so these are the characters. Let's talk about the summary. Okay, this is a big one, so a little longer. So finally, Ashokamithran talks about his days at Gemini Studios. Okay, and he is known for his humor and gentle satire. Means he is humorous, and he tries to find out fun in everything. Okay, explains us about makeup material, and that is why the story is named like that. The brand name of this material was Pancake. Okay, and the material was bought and used up in the studios. Gives a name of few actresses who used to use this material and all that. Then further, he gives a description of the makeup department as a symbol of national integration. Okay, and makeup room as a hair cutting salon. Pancake and many other lotions made actors ugly, as it was necessary to make them presentable in a movie. Okay, a darker person would look little fairer and all that. Pancake. So in the makeup department, there was a 40-year-old office boy with a dream of becoming a star actor. We have already talked about the office boy, or a director of lyrics writer. His dreams remains unfulfilled, making him frustrated, and for this he blamed Subbu, who was number 2 and a favorite of the boss. Okay. Then the writer tells that the poets who used to wear khadi and believed that communisms were monsters. Okay, he even tells that legal advisor who had been the member of the story department. Okay, they also experienced the same situation. Okay, so he was at odds in the department completely. He did not favor whatever was going on in the department, and he lost his job with the closure of story department. Okay, so no stories is required, no movies made. He had to lose his job. So the legal advisor had even once brought an abrupt end to the promising career of talented actor. So this advisor, this lawyer, okay, his own ways of dealing with people, and many of the times excuse me, he ended up with playing with the careers of actresses, means putting a full stop, ending up their career, you can say. So the Gemini Studios even hosted a 200-strong moral rearmament army, that is MRA, which showed 2 plays in the most professional manners, and the plays became good success and left their impressions on Tamil drama. And later, the writer, however, learned that MRA was actually a counter-communist movement. Okay, MRA was opposing the communist movement. So that was it. That is why. The writer even tells us about Subbu, a man of many abilities and kind-hearted person. However, the office boy felt jealous of him and cursed him. Okay, the writer humorously tells us of English poets' visit to the studios. Okay, though royal preparations were done, but the purpose of his arrival was a mystery for a long time. Okay, because nobody ever heard about it. Ashok Mittal's duty at the studios was to cut newspapers, that I have told you, and the author saw notice in the Hindu. A short story, okay, contest had been organized by a British periodical called The Encounter. Very important, children. The writer desired to send an entry, and however he wanted to know the status of the periodical. Who published it, what was the standard of it. Okay, so for this he went to the British Council Library to find out what was the status of this periodical, The Encounter. So there he finds it that he learned that the editor of the periodical was Stephen Spender, the poet who had come to Gemini Studios. A big surprise. Okay, the poet who had come over there, who had talked about his struggles, he was the editor of this particular periodical, The Encounter. So after his retirement, he came across a book titled The God That Failed, and it had 6 essays about failure of communism. Okay, and one of these essays were written by Spender. So Spender was a great supporter of it, and the mystery of Spender's visit to Gemini Studios was cleared. Got it? So perhaps it had something to do with his anti-communist perspective. So communism was at a great flow, and Stephen came with calming down, slowing down the communism movement. Okay, with anti-communism movement, and that was his main aim of visit to Gemini Studios. So with this, we come to the end of the chapter. Okay, so you must have understood well. Okay, go through the characters. If any problems in English, children, you can always share. Come to the comment box, write it. I'll be making videos for you. Thank you all. Do like, share and subscribe. Thank you.